Welcome back to our channel, Valuable Coins Hub. These rare Lincoln penny coins make people rich. Let's find out why. Don't miss out one of these who know a single coin make you rich. Number 1. Today, we are going to talk about one of the most fascinating modern Lincoln cents ever made, the 2009 Professional Life Penny from Illinois. This coin is not just a piece of change. It's a living piece of history, celebrating the life of Abraham Lincoln during his years as a lawyer and statesman in Springfield before becoming president. And believe me, when it comes to collectors, this penny holds a special charm that makes people dig through rolls, jars, and even old drawers with excitement. The design of this penny itself is breathtaking, showing Lincoln standing in front of the Illinois state capitol, a powerful symbol of his journey to leadership. But beyond its design, what really excites collectors are the unique varieties and mint errors that can turn a simple 1-cent coin into something worth far more than you'd expect. Double die errors, off-center strikes, and coins struck on defective planchets are the treasures that make hearts race, because those errors transform an ordinary penny into a rare masterpiece that every serious collector dreams about finding. When you hold this coin, you aren't just looking at copper-plated zinc. You're holding a tribute to Lincoln's determination, his rise from humble beginnings to one of the greatest leaders in American history. That emotional weight is why collectors across the country and even around the world are after it. And if you're lucky enough to find a flawless, uncirculated example, you might be holding something that bidders at auctions will go crazy for. So if you're a collector, here's my tip for you. Always check your pocket change, your penny rolls, and even ask your local banks if they have old rolls stored away. Search carefully under good lighting because errors can be small, but they mean big value. Coins with sharp details and full luster are the ones you want to set aside. And if you find one with a visible error, get it graded, because certified coins can sell for remarkable amounts and collectors will line up for them. This penny came into circulation with its original market value of just 1 cent, but today it represents far more than its face value. Some have been sold in coin shows and auctions across different states for hundreds and even thousands depending on condition and rarity, and that's the thrill of collecting. You never know when that 1 cent in your hand can surprise you and change your collection forever. So my friends, if you enjoyed this journey through history and rarity, make sure to like this video, leave a comment telling me if you've ever found a 2009 Lincoln Professional Life cent, and subscribe for more exciting coin stories. This is just the beginning, and I promise to bring you more hidden treasures and secrets that can turn simple pocket change into treasures worth chasing. Number 2. Let me take you into the world of one of the most fascinating modern coins in American history, the 2009 Lincoln birth and early childhood penny. At first glance, it may look like just another cent, but when you look closely, you realize this tiny coin carries a powerful story of Abraham Lincoln's early life. Born in a log cabin in Kentucky, raised in simplicity, destined for greatness. And the U.S. Mint chose this design to celebrate 200 years of Lincoln's birth, making it one of the most memorable issues in recent times. And when you add the fact that there are rare varieties and errors hiding among them, the thrill becomes even stronger for collectors. Imagine picking up a roll of pennies from the bank and spotting the cabin design, but then under a magnifier you notice a double die on the lettering, or a strike slightly off-center, or a piece that somehow ended up with an unusual surface or missing detail. Suddenly, that little coin that cost you almost nothing could turn into a treasure that collectors everywhere want to own. That's why so many people carefully search their change from stores, gas stations, and banks, because the 2009 birth and early childhood penny is known for surprises that slipped past the mint. The rarity of this coin isn't just about its design. It's about how errors create uniqueness. No two mistakes are exactly the same, and collectors are passionate about owning something that is truly one of a kind. When you combine that with the historical meaning, you have a recipe for a coin that will always be in demand. And that's why these pennies often show up in coin shows, shops, and auctions with eager buyers ready to pay impressive amounts for the right example. Now, if you're a collector or just starting out, here's a tip you should never forget. Always check the condition first, because sharp strikes and clean surfaces make a huge difference in value. Don't ignore the edges, the lettering, or Lincoln's portrait, because errors can hide in the smallest details. And sometimes a coin that looks ordinary to the untrained could actually be a rare gem. And if you think you've found something special, getting it graded and certified is the best way to unlock its full potential. because a trusted grading service gives collectors confidence and often brings higher auction results. Collectors love the chase, and this coin keeps that excitement alive because it represents both history and the possibility of hidden wealth. Even today, people across the country are discovering these pennies in circulation and realizing that the thrill of coin hunting is real, and you could be the next lucky finder. Whether in local markets, coin shops in your city, or online auctions where bidding wars happen every day, the 2009 Lincoln birth and early childhood penny keeps proving that small coins can carry big surprises. And let's not forget its humble beginning. This penny was released with an original market value of just 1 cent, yet today some examples in pristine condition or with dramatic errors have sold for incredible amounts in different auctions, turning pocket change into history and wealth at the same time. So my friends, if you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2009 Lincoln birth and early childhood penny, make sure you like this video, leave a comment about whether you've ever found one of these coins in your own change, and of course subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next thrilling coin story. Every video is a new adventure in the world of rare coins. And who knows, maybe your next handful of change will bring you a treasure that could change your collection forever. Number 3. I'm going to share with you the mystery behind this coin, its rare errors, the secrets hidden in its design, and why collectors chase it with so much passion. So stay with me until the very end, because every detail matters and you do not want to miss what makes this coin so thrilling. At first glance, the 1992 penny seems simple: Abraham Lincoln's face on the front, the Lincoln Memorial on the back, just like every other cent from that era. But here's where the story takes an incredible twist, because 1992 was a transitional year at the mint, and a few coins slipped out with the new design intended for the following year. These coins carry what collectors call the close AM reverse, where the A and the M in America are nearly touching, instead of showing a wide space like normal. Such a tiny detail, yet it makes the difference between a penny worth 1 cent and a penny worth a small fortune. Now imagine how thrilling it is to find one of these in circulation. That's why so many coin lovers inspect every 1992 penny they come across. Some were even discovered decades later, sitting quietly in old jars, until a collector noticed the subtle design change. The close AM penny is like a hidden treasure, one of those discoveries that proves how exciting the hunt can be. But that's not the only thing that makes 1992 special. Error coins from this year add even more drama. Some have doubling on the date or on Lincoln's profile, making the details look like they were shadowed or echoed during striking. Others show off-center strikes, where part of the design is missing or shifted, making the coin instantly stand out. And then there are cuds and die cracks, wild raised areas caused by damaged dies. Each of these errors turns an ordinary penny into a one-of-a-kind collectible that sparks excitement wherever it's found. For collectors, the real magic lies in patience and careful searching. If you're hunting for this coin, always check the reverse lettering under good light, because the close AM is subtle and easy to miss. Use a magnifier and train your eyes to catch those small details, because they can mean the difference between a penny worth a cent and a penny worth a fortune. And remember, coins in the highest condition, preserved with care, always bring the strongest demand when they appear at auctions. The 1992 penny proves that history and value often hide in the smallest things. What began as a coin worth only 1 cent has become a modern rarity, one that has sold in markets and auctions across the country for thousands, while its original market value was just 1 cent. That's the beauty of coin collecting. It's not just about money. It's about discovery, history, and the thrill of holding something extraordinary in your hand. Number 4, at first glance, the 1965 Lincoln cent may seem like just another piece of copper-clad coinage. But when you look closer, you realize it was struck during one of the most dramatic periods in American coin history, and that's what makes it so thrilling for collectors. In this video, I will reveal the secrets, the errors, and the hidden value of the 1965 penny. So stay tuned and don't miss a single moment, because this could be the coin that sparks your next discovery. The 1960s were not easy years for the mint. Silver was vanishing from coinage, people were hoarding, and in 1965 they stopped putting mint marks on coins to discourage saving. That means every single 1965 penny has no mint mark, and while most of them were ordinary, some slipped out with striking errors that transformed them into treasures. Imagine holding a coin from this era with doubling on the date or the letters, or an off-center strike that leaves part of the design missing. Those are the kinds of coins that make the hearts of collectors race with excitement. The design itself is classic: Abraham Lincoln's dignified portrait on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, a symbol of strength and history. But here's where the thrill comes in. When you start searching through 1965 cents, you never know what you'll uncover. Some have die cracks stretching across the coin like veins of lightning. Others carry cuds where chunks of the die broke off, creating wild raised areas. Each of these errors is unique. No two are alike. And that's what turns them into treasures worth far beyond their face value. Collectors who chase after 1965 pennies know the real secret is condition. High-grade examples with sharp details and original luster are rare because so many circulated heavily. Finding one in mint state condition feels like stepping back in time, like holding history fresh from the mint. Combine that with an error, and you're looking at a coin that collectors in every city are eager to pay top dollar for. Whether it shows up in a coin shop, an auction, or even inside a forgotten jar of change. My advice for collectors is simple but powerful. Never ignore a 1965 penny. Keep your eyes sharp and always use good light or a magnifying glass, because doubling or a tiny die crack could turn a common coin into a prized piece. Check rolls from banks, flea markets, and estate sales, because coins from this year often slip through unnoticed, waiting for someone with the knowledge to recognize their true value. The thrill of discovery is what makes this hobby so exciting, and the 1965 penny is one of those coins that rewards careful searching. Think about it. A penny struck during a time of transition, with no mint mark, carrying errors and oddities that make it stand out, and surviving today in the hands of collectors who understand its story. The 1965 Lincoln cent is more than a coin. It's a piece of history, a reminder of change in America, and a symbol of how the smallest details can create the biggest excitement in numismatics. And remember, while today these coins are worth so much more, their original market value was just 1 cent. Number 5 and last rare coin, let me take you back to the year 1980, a time when the United States was entering a new era, but still holding tightly to its traditions. Among those traditions was the humble Lincoln penny, a small coin carrying the face of Abraham Lincoln and the legacy of a nation. Now you might think a 1980 penny is just ordinary pocket change, but let me tell you, there are secrets behind this little coin that make collectors chase after it with passion and thrill. Today, I'm going to reveal the uniqueness and rarity of the 1980 Lincoln penny. So, coin lovers, stay with me until the end, because you don't want to miss even a single detail that might turn a simple cent into a collector's treasure. The 1980 Lincoln penny was struck at 3 different mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, each leaving its own story behind. The Philadelphia mint pennies came with no mint mark, while Denver proudly placed its D mint mark, and San Francisco produced proof coins with the S mint mark, meant to shine in collector sets. These differences may sound small, but for collectors, they add layers of thrill, because even the tiniest detail can mean the difference between a common coin and a rare discovery. One of the most fascinating things about the 1980 penny is its errors and varieties. Some pennies left the mint with off-center strikes, creating dramatic misalignments that instantly catch the eye of collectors. Others show double dies, where the letters and numbers on the coin appear doubled, almost like they're shaking with excitement, and these errors make values climb high in auctions. Imagine holding a penny where the date or the word liberty is doubled. Suddenly it's not just 1 cent anymore, it's history and rarity combined in your hands. Now here's the tip for collectors. If you ever come across a 1980 Lincoln penny, don't just glance at it and toss it aside. Check it carefully under light, use a magnifying glass, and look for those unusual marks. A tiny doubling or a slight minting shift could mean the difference between 1 cent and hundreds of dollars at the right auction house. Many collectors have found such coins in circulation, sitting quietly in jars, and then sold them in big markets in cities like Chicago or New York for shocking amounts, just because they noticed what others overlooked. This is why the 1980 Lincoln penny is still in demand among coin lovers today. It's not just about the copper plating or the design. It's about the hunt, the chase, the moment when you realize you're holding a piece of rarity that others missed. It's about turning the ordinary into the extraordinary. And that's what makes this coin so thrilling for collectors across the world. And now, Let me give you the final touch of this story. The 1980 Lincoln penny, when it was first released, had an original market value of just 1 cent. Yes, a single cent, yet today some of these rare examples with errors or high grades have been sold in auctions for amounts that could surprise anyone. So coin lovers, if you've enjoyed this journey into the story of the 1980 penny, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and drop a comment about your favorite coin finds. This channel is built for collectors like you, for treasure hunters and history lovers who know that even the smallest coin can carry the biggest thrill. Stay tuned because the next video might just reveal the coin sitting in your pocket that could change your story forever.